Conference will now be recorded.
I hope everybody can able to see my screen. Please let me know, guys. Anita, Manasa, Rajesh, Rohit. Okay, so in the previous class, what we are discussing about, I think jQuery we done. Am I right? Open folder, MERN stack. Okay, so we have lot of programs we done for the jQuery. Just observe one thing. So we done jQuery is lightweight JavaScript library, and what jQuery purpose is to minify the JavaScript, minify the code. So using by the jQuery, you can able to use with the dollar symbol, and we done a lot of other programs also. We done with events, key up event, mouse over, mouse up, moving animations we done, and repeat animation, slide animation, style changes, and expand animation, fade animation, focus blur, and click event, double click event, attribute handling, access elements, access classes, access IDs. So any confusion on jQuery? Any confusions on jQuery?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's start with the React.js today. Let's get started with the React.js. I'm closing this jQuery. Let me create a new folder. Where this MERN stack. Okay, so here I will create a new folder like jQuery. Sorry, React.js. After this React, we go through the Node.js. Then we go with the Express.js, MongoDB. Then we will try to create some CRUD operations using with the MERN stack application. Now for the React.js, what we have to do is, let me go with the paint, go through the paint. Let's go. React.js is basically JavaScript library. React.js is basically JavaScript library. Before coming to the React.js, we try to understand what is the difference between the single page application and multi-page application. React.js very famous for the single page applications. SPA. SPA nothing but what? Single page applications. React is very famous for the single page applications. Not only React.js, Angular also single page applications, even Vue.js also single page applications. But all the modern applications, modern web applications are single page applications. And these applications are modern applications, modern web apps. What is the difference between the multi-page application and single page application? Any idea? Any idea about the difference between the multi-page application and single page application? Multi-page apps. Without React, without Angular, without Angular, without Vue.js, old applications are multi-page applications. Still, there are a lot of multi-page applications are running in the market. All these applications need to convert into the single-page applications. People are converting old pattern applications now into the modern web applications, into the single-page applications. Now tell me the difference between the multi-page applications and single-page applications. This is single-page apps. Anyone? Anyone? Any idea? Any idea about the multi-page applications and single-page applications? Manasa, any idea? Anita, any idea about it?
No, sir, I don't have.
Rajesh is saying that no. Rajesh, static application, dynamic application, that is different. Static application means no internet connection, nothing. The data is static. Dynamic application, nothing but you are connecting with internet and you are loading the dynamic data. That is multi-page application. Sorry, dynamic application. Blog is single page, FB is multi-page. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, come to the point. In multi-page application, what is happening? You will be having multiple HTML files. You will be having multiple HTML files. You will be having multiple HTML pages. Multiple HTML pages. Okay. There is a server. Somewhere there is a server. Somewhere there is a server. Okay. From the first page, you are sending a request. From the first page, you are sending the request. From the first page, you are sending the request. From the first page, you are sending the request related to the second page. From the first page, you are sending a request asking about the second page and server responding and loading the second page. The complete page will load. The complete HTML will load here. The complete page is responding here. The complete page is responding here. And from the second page, you are giving the request. And whenever you are sending a request from the second page, again you are getting the response related to the third page. From the third page, you are giving the request. From the third page, you are giving the request related to the fourth page. See, there are n number of requests, n number of responses. N number of requests, n number of responses. The client and server both are handling with. Client and server both are handling with n number of requests, n number of responses. N number of responses. The total HTML need to be loaded. Whenever you are giving the request, and here in the web page, the total HTML need to get update. Okay, here in this part, client side work is something like 20%. Server side burden is nearby 80%. 80% burden on servers. 80% burden on servers. I am talking about the single user. I am talking about the single user. One single user is going to be giving 100 times request, 100 times response, 100 time request, 100 time response. One client is busy with this number of requests and this number of responses. Server is busy. Server is responding with the single client 100 times. Server is responding one single user 100 times. If 1,000 clients are there, 1 million clients are there, what is the problem then? 1,000 clients are there, 1 million clients are there. 1 million clients, each client will give 100 requests for the server, and server need to respond for each and every client 100 times. 100 million times the server need to give the responses. Need to give the responses. This is a multi-page application pattern. This is the multi-page application pattern. The complete page will load every time. The complete page need to be refreshed. Getting my point? Getting my point?
Yeah, clear, sir.
You have to refresh the pages. You have to refresh the pages for the latest data. You have to refresh your browser to see the latest data. That kind of situations which are going to be handling with the multi-page applications. So you see, like 10 years back, 12 years back, when the results released, exam results released, what the net cave center people are telling, like server busy, server busy.
Yes, sir.
What is the concept of server busy? Then what is the problem? Huge number of clients are hitting the server at the same time, same day, same time. Server can't able to process all the responses. Server can't able to process all the responses. That time automatically server is busy. Sir, please come after 1 hour. Server busy. 404 error is coming. Server is not responding. Server hang. There are n number of things we listened. 8 years back, 10 years back, there are n number of problems we faced with internet. A number of problems we faced with government websites, even government websites also. Server busy. Me Seva persons always saying that server busy, sir. Can you come tomorrow? Network down, sir. What is the meaning of network down? Network down means not internet down. Internet is there, but network is busy. Network is busy means server can't able to process that number of responses at that particular single time. The problem with multi-page applications. N number of HTML files. One web application, N number of HTML files. But nowadays, it is not there. Nowadays, it is not there. Only one HTML file. Only one HTML file. Remember my point. Only one HTML. Only one HTML. And this HTML file dividing by components. This HTML file dividing by components. Okay, let me take this HTML file dividing by the components. There is a component called header. There is a component called left menu. There is a component called main menu. There is a component called chat menu. Chat menu. Sir, if you are doing the chat, chat is the component. Chat is the component which is not related to the total page. If you are doing the chat, remaining pages no need to get the response. Remaining components no need to get the response. Only this component is reacting. Only this component is reacting by the server. Only this component is reacting by servers. Now the server is reacting only for the server is responding only for this component, not related to the total pages, total components. Your total application will be in the single page. and dividing by the components. Now the process is very simple. Here the client side work is more. Client side we are writing a lot of component architecture, lot of routing architecture. There we can give 80%. There we can give 80% burden on clients. No problem. Client burden 80%, server burden nearby 10 to 20%. Client burden is more now, server burden is less now. In the modern applications, in the single page applications I'm talking about. This is the server, this is the server, this is the client. What is the server? This is the client. One single request. First of all, whenever you are launching the facebook.com, whenever you are launching the youtube.com, one request, one response, over. The total Facebook loaded, the total Instagram loaded, the total YouTube loaded, the total Gmail loaded. Later on, whatever the component you are working on, component data only, sending the request and taking the response. Total page need not to refresh. The page is automatically refreshed. Automatically refreshed. No need to refresh. No need to click on the refresh button on top. Your total data already loaded, sir. And based on your chat, you're doing chat means only chat related functioning is going on. Chat related functioning is going on. Am I clear? Okay, let me show some applications. Let me show some applications, single page applications.
Which is difficult to develop, so server side or client side to
Hmm.
develop an app? Which is difficult to develop, server side applications or like client side? Single page applications are difficult to develop.
Yes, single page applications are difficult to develop.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that is a why reason. Huge much demand is there for the main stack, MERN stack, Maven stack. Huge demand is there for the React Angular. Why .NET people are actually learning Angular? Why Java people are learning React and Angular? Why this full stack people are learning this React and Angular? Previously only JavaScript and jQuery enough. 2010 onward, 2010, 13 till 2013, 14 onwards, when Angular came into the picture, when React came into the picture. React came into the picture in 2008, the first React. In 13 it was popular. From 10 years, 12 years, React is only leading the market of the single page applications. Okay, so single page applications, no, I want multi-page applications, right? I want multi-page applications. Okay, MPA. There is apps like this architecture. You can see initial request HTML, response also HTML. Single page application, initial request and HTML load and JSON files are coming. JSON data. Only data is coming. Only data is updating. Need not to refresh. Pros and cons of multi-page applications. Limitless extensibility, better SEO, needs a page reload. I told already, needs a page reload. Harder to maintain and update. Harder to maintain and update. Maintenance is very high for the multi-page applications. Okay. Okay. I don't want to show the multi-page applications like. Let me go with the single-page application only. Directly single-page applications. Gmail. Let me open Gmail. Let me open Gmail. Okay. So remember one point. In single page applications, hash component. That is the endpoint. That is the endpoint of the URL. What is the endpoint of the URL here? mail.google.com/mail/u/o/ endpoint is what? Hash inbox. Hash inbox. Okay. When I click on promotions here. Okay. This is the inbox. Let me go with the starred. Let me go with the starred. So what happened now? What happened now? Hash starred came. Previously hash inbox. This time hash starred. Did I refresh my Gmail here? Did I refresh my Gmail here? I did not refresh it. I did not refresh it. When I click on snoozed, same URL is same. URL is changing. URL is changing here. Sir, remember this URL is fixed. This URL is fixed. Come down, come down. Let me create file, open folder from the MERN stack, open the React and create the nodes here. Create the nodes here. And here I'm trying to giving. I will show the example. I will show the example. Okay, this is the endpoint. So what is the endpoint here? First of all, this is inbox. This is inbox, first inbox for the Gmail. Starred. When I click on starred, what happened? When I click on starred, what happened? This one. URL is changing. Sir, URL is not changing. Only hash value changing. That is the routing, page routing. Page routing inside the single page. Component routing inside the single page. Page is this one. Page is this one. This one is the page. Only component changing. Inbox component changing. Starred component changing. Next, one more component. Sent component. Okay. What changed? Can you see the URL again? One more URL I got. What changed? What changed here? Sent changed. This is what actually single page application. Only component replacement. Only component replacement in the page. Okay. Let me take Flipkart. I don't think Flipkart is single page application. Flipkart is multi-page application. Okay. So when I launch Flipkart, this is my first URL. What is the first URL for the Flipkart? This is. Okay. If I go for mobiles and tablets, any similarity for the URL to URL. This is mobiles related data, mobiles related page, mobile phone stores. If I go for come back, if I go for electronics, cameras and accessories. Flipkart is not single page application. I'm sure. Sir, can you see? Is there any hash endpoint here? For the Flipkart, is there any hash endpoint here?
No, sir.
No. Flipkart is multi-page applications. Flipkart is multi-page application. Every page, the total data need to be refreshed. The total data need to be load. And if I go for one more page, let me go for one more page. Babies and kids, remote control toys. Okay, so can you see? The total page need to get refreshed. You have to wait for some time. Very, very slow responses. Any hashtag is there here at endpoint? Any hashtag is there here for an endpoint here? No hashtags, no? No hash pages. When you have the hash with component name, that is single page application. URL is same, sir. For inbox, URL is same. For starred, URL is same. For sent, URL is same. But here, the total URL is different. The total URL, the total response is different. The total response HTML is different. Here, the response HTML same, only component update. Let me take one more page. Let me go for home furniture paintings. The total page need to refresh. The total page need to be refreshed. Can you see? No hash endpoints. There is no hash endpoints. But let me take facebook.com. Gmail is one single page application used developed by Angular. That is okay. Let me open facebook.com. Let me open facebook.com first. What happened? Internet down. Facebook.com. I opened facebook.com here. Okay, so just copy the URL here. Down. Facebook.com. This is the main page. So inside the facebook.com, I am going through friends here. I am going to friends here, or I can go through this one, home page, or I can go through this one, reels, videos. Okay, this one, copy. Okay, this one, reel. This one about marketplace. This one about marketplace. And again, I will go through the one more area, feed area, groups and feed. Sir, URL is very teeny, very small. Facebook.com/reel/marketplace/ and if I go to this one, if I go to saved, or if I go to memories, or if I go to see more, if I go to birthdays, sir, this is React Angular hash endpoints. Angular hash endpoints. Here, React components. Reel is one component. Marketplace is one component. Groups is one component. Feed is one component. Events is one component. Birthdays is one component. Component replacing. This is component replacing. But if you go for the Google Angular related applications, endpoint is hash endpoint. Facebook endpoints, component endpoint. /component/component/component. Only component replacing. URL is tiny or URL is very big. I'm not loading the complete page here. I'm not loading the complete HTMLs here. I'm just updating the component. I'm just updating the component. If I go to go to home here. If I go to photos, no. If I go to feeling activity, no. If I go to Messenger is also the component on top of the facebook.com, and menu is also top of the facebook.com, and stories, this one is one more page on top of the Facebook, one more page. Can you see? This is very teeny. Facebook.com/stories/create. That's it. The endpoints are very simple. Endpoints are actually components here. And Facebook React developed by Facebook only. React developed by Facebook only. If it is Angular
React developed
application,
by Facebook or Facebook developed by React, sir?
React developed by Facebook.
Means I didn't get that.
React is the framework, JavaScript framework developed by Facebook company.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay.
Angular is the framework which was developed by Google company.
Okay, yes, sir.
Getting my point?
I
These
thought
two are
their
companies.
front-end application is developed by this framework. I was assuming that.
No.
Mm.
Facebook
Okay.
Facebook is a company, sir. Facebook React developed by Facebook. Angular developed by Google. Got my point?
Got it, sir. Yeah, but
Go-
little bit
Google, Google,
tricky.
Google is not new company, sir. Google is very old company. Facebook is also
Yeah.
not a new company. Facebook already old company.
Yes, sir.
That is a social media application.
Yes,
They
yes.
they developed React. They developed React Native. They
Okay.
developed they developed Meta. Now Facebook purchased WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp also Meta and Instagram. Instagram first initially developed by someone, but Facebook purchased Insta. Facebook purchased all this. Facebook purchased WhatsApp. Facebook purchased Insta. Initially, Facebook purchased Twitter also, but now Elon Musk came into the picture, and they changed the name like X. They taken over. They taken over this Twitter. Twitter taken over by Elon Musk. Now he renamed as X. Huge $1 million. By huge $1 million, he purchased it. Okay, so remember all these points. Now come to the React. Let me go to the directly react.com. But for this React, I want to tell you a few points for the React. React is JavaScript based library, JS based library developed by Facebook team. Next, one more important point. React is open source. No need to pay money for React application development. Open source. React is used for develop modern applications or single page applications. One more point. React is component based library. Component based library. React follows JSX. What is the meaning of JSX? Not JavaScript. JSX. JSX nothing but JavaScript with XML. JavaScript with XML. Okay. Generally, what we do in the normal applications. We are injecting JavaScript for HTML component or not? We are injecting JavaScript for the HTML component or not? But for the React, it is different. You create the JS file. For this JS file, you integrate HTML content. Every component is JS component only. Every component is JSX component. Every component is JSX component. I want to create header, sir. I want to create header. Normally, what you can do for the header? H1, H2, or H3, something like that, na? If you want to create the header, what you can do with?
Yes, sir. H1, H2, and para. Yes. H1,
H1,
H2.
H2, or H6
Heading.
till H6, whatever the heading you are taking. Directly HTML component you are taking. In the normal application, directly HTML component you are taking. But here in the React, if you want to create the header, you need to create the JS file. You need to create the JS file. It means, okay, I will give you the explanation for that. Save it as MERN stack. Okay, this is React architecture. Now I will take JSX architecture. In the React, for example, this is my React application. In the React application, I have the header. And inside the header, I need to place one image, one logo, or I need to take some left index or left section. I need to create a left section. I need to create a main section. This is the main section. So remember, this header is a JSX file. This left bar is JSX file. This main menu is JSX file. In the main menu, I want to load some videos, or I want to load some images. Every component is again JSX file. JSX tree. React application is JSX tree. JSX tree. It means, for example, you have the main file. Inside the main file, you have the three things. One is the header. One is the left menu. One is the center menu or center menu. Okay. First of all, main file is JSX file. Main file is JSX file, and header is JSX file. Okay. Inside the header, I want to take a logo. Even logo also JSX file. In the center page, I want to take some images or videos. I want to take a video. I want to take a image. I want to take a form. These are the child components. Even these child components also JSX files. Sorry, here everything is JS file only. Every file is JSX file only. Every component is JSX component only. You have to prepare like a tree. You have to prepare like a JSX tree. Now, who are the childs for the main? Who are the child components for the main? So I need to create the header component separate, left component separate, center component separate. For the main component, I need to import header, I need to import left, I need to import center. But center again imported with video, image, form. Left component, whatever you want, you can import it. Even logo also imported by header. But whenever you create logo, you have to say export logo. Logo need to be export, and logo need to import in the header. Video need to be export, and video need to be import in the center. IMG need to be export, and IMG need to be import into the center. Getting my points, huh? Form need to be export, and form need to be imported by the center. Here there are some ES6 features are there. In the coming class, I will explain the ES6 features. If you know ES6 features, then only you can understand the React. Why? Because React completely developed on ES6 features. There are some components, something like let keyword, const keyword, arrow functions, spread operators, and template literals, and rest operators, and array destruction, object destruction. These concepts are very much important for the React. Destruction. And this one, import exports, modules, nothing but imports exports. So these are the important features we need to understand in the React. Once we done these features, then only you can able to understand the React application. Getting my point? Confused?
Please.
Clear. Okay. When we go with the application, then you can understand how the architecture got completely changed. Till now you are actually observing with JavaScript. That is the one way of going. But React is completely reverse way of going, reverse way of writing the JavaScript. Normally we are writing the HTML, we are implementing JavaScript on top of the HTML. That is the normal pattern, regular pattern. But React pattern is what? You are creating the JS files and you are injecting the HTML inside the JS files. First of all, we need to create the component. The component, every component is JS component. But inside the JS component, we are returning the HTML. Why? Because HTML only the visible element. 1 second, guys. Yeah, this is the way. This is the way of React. Completely, you are writing JavaScript, but JavaScript returning the HTML content. Okay, so very important. And tomorrow I'll install React. I'll create the first project for the React. Then I'll go through the ES6 features. Then we'll try to explore React features and React concepts one by one, step by step. Don't confuse, I go slowly. And one more point, a very important point. React developed based on Node.js.
Lunch.
Based on Node.js.
Come. Yeah, but
Before work,
I'm not hungry.
before working with
Can
React,
breakfast? Yeah, late, around 11 o'clock.
can you
Okay.
please mute?
We'll go. I think 7, yeah. Just
Before working with React, we need to install Node.js in our system. We need to create the project. We need to create the project using by npm commands, node package manager commands, node package manager, npm nothing but node package manager. Using by the npm commands only, you need to create the project. And before learn React, understand ES6 features. Understand ES6 features. Understand ES6 features. These are the points I just want to tell you people. And tomorrow I will create at the next class Monday, we will create the React project first. Then we explore the ES6 features and we done this React. After this React, we explore with Express and we will connect it through the Node.js. We write down the servers, we create the servers, and we store the data into the MongoDB. Step by step. Don't worry. Don't confuse. This is clear for today class. Any questions on this? According to the today class, any confusions? Any questions? Slowly I will explain. Don't worry. Don't confuse. If you have any confusion, you can ask me. but very simple, sir. If you understand, React is very simple. If you don't understand, it is confusing topic. Have a good day. We'll meet again Monday. Like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel. Please click on the bell icon for the further notifications. Please provide your valuable comments in the comment section. See you signing off.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.